Newton City Councilor Rick Lipof is running for the 12th Middlesex District seat of the Massachusetts Legislature, as current Representative Ruth Balser is stepping down after 25 years. The other candidates vying for the seat are current Newton City Councilor Bill Humphrey and former Newton City Councilor Greg Schwartz. I recently spoke to Councilor Lipof about why he's choosing to run. City Councilor Rick Lipof has recently announced his campaign for the 12th Middlesex District State Representative seat. We here with Newton News had the opportunity to sit down with Rick to discuss his decision and get to hear why he's choosing to run.
I've done a lot of thinking about going to the State House and what it means to be a state rep. And for me, it's three-pronged. It's getting every dollar that you can for my district in Newton and Brookline, because as I said, 2.5 handcuffs us, and there's always opportunities, whether it's a line item in the budget or a grant that comes up to get funds for our district. The second thing is constituent services. I would not be doing this long if I didn't enjoy not only people, but helping them in constituent services, from a pothole to helping them get a passport that needs to be had in a quick amount of time, any constituent services. And the third thing is policy, creating policy, which is messy, can take a long time, but it's a challenge that I take on, whether it's climate change, education, fighting anti-Semitism, working on affordability, any of these issues. There's so many, gun control. I could go through all of them, but those three prongs there are the job, and I think I'm uniquely qualified to do each one, and I'm really excited about this. I think I'm uniquely qualified because of my experience. 23 years on the City Council. Actually began in 1996. I took 6 years off when my kids were young and needed me at home a little more. So it's been a long time, but I'm uniquely qualified because of the experience of being Vice President of the Council for the last 4 years, for being Chair of Public Safety and Transportation, Real Property Reuse, Land Use. Running these committees not only gives me in-depth experience when it comes to public safety and housing, but also finding a way to get to yes, taking groups that are not happy about what's going on and finding a way to create legislation that everybody can get on board with. And it takes time to build those skills. And I think my 22 years has boded well for this run now for the State House.
Among Lipof's key concerns, public transportation, educational funding, and affordable housing were all top priorities.
Absolutely fighting for the money for our three platforms that are really not accessible, and we've been working on that for a long time. Our state reps, our state senator have been trying to figure out how to fix those platforms, make them more accessible. And that's something that's taken a long time and it's not done yet. And I'll continue to fight for that. But not just looking at Newton, but regionally, if we don't have a robust transit system, one that moves faster than you can walk sometimes, transit is the efficiency, the connector to everything, for climate control, for housing. Nothing works if we don't have a transit system that's far-reaching and that's efficient. We don't have one right now, and we have to continue to try to find the funds and to try to make our transit system the best it can be. Education's number one. It absolutely is. And as a city councilor, we're a little hands-off when it comes to our education because we have a school committee. But on the State House level, when you get to the State House, we've got Chapter 70 money. It only increases 1.8% a year. It's not enough. We have MSBA money, which we've been doing well with, building new schools, getting funding from the state, but there's always more work to do. Fighting for every dollar that we can get from the state for Newton and Brookline is what the state rep in this seat should be doing. And I'm tired of hearing people say, well, you're a wealthy community. You guys are okay. We are not. We are hand-tied by Proposition 2.5, like every other community is. And we need somebody who's going to fight for every educational dollar that we can get. There is a market that is a free market, and it is out of control. And we have huge homes and nothing in between. This mid-market is missing. The governor right now has a $4.12 billion housing bond bill in front of the legislation, and it's in the works with the House and the Senate right now. It has so many things in it, and it may be done by the time I get up there, but my plan, my path would be similar to the governor's. Multi-pronged. She's asking for so many things. More money to the affordable housing trusts. Money to go to looking at properties like malls and office buildings where we could repurpose those for residential. There's a momentum fund within this that I find so important because in Newton and other places, we have developments that have stalled because interest rates have gone up and because costs of construction have gone up. This momentum fund would actually help keep the momentum of these already approved projects moving to fruition, creating housing. There are eviction protections for people to get off their record if they have been accused of tried to be evicted and they win that case, or one was fraudulently put upon them. That is a barrier to that renter renting again. So that's in there. Take a look at this $4.12 billion bond housing bill, and you will see all the things that I value in it.
He also made sure to touch upon the importance of supporting small businesses, fighting anti-Semitism, and making his district a safe and inclusive place for all communities.
I talk to a bunch of businesses in Newton in my daily life, and a lot of them are close or back. They're doing much better. I'm proud of the things that we did in Newton and on the state level with ARPA money, with other supports to help them get through. I'm a small business owner. I think that my 33 years of running my real estate company, founded it when I was 24 years old, pivoted 6-7 times to keep it afloat, and it's still here today. I take those experiences to this job where I can truly speak and understand what the small businessman is going through, and women, businessmen and women. Right now, as a city councilor, along with the mayor and my colleagues, speak out, stand up, support the police department who are investigating the 5 incidences that have happened in the past month. This is absolutely unacceptable. I have on my platform as one of my issues fighting anti-Semitism and all forms of hate. During COVID, do you remember when there was an anti-Asian hate that was brewing in our community? I attended that rally. I supported my community, my Asian friends. This is, to me personally, as a Jewish American, anti-Semitism right now is in the forefront. But I will tell you that hate of any kind is completely unacceptable, and a path to peace is always on my mind. I cannot fathom and tolerate what is happening to my Jewish community right now, and I'm obviously standing with them and any other community that goes through this kind of thing.
This is Brian Dota with Newton News.